Alrighty, I should be live. This is gonna be a quick live, a very impromptu live. But yeah, I'm just currently working on some stuff right now for the RVC pipeline, RVC-TTS pipeline, and yeah, just streaming that. So I already did a little bit of work on it this morning. I added a return path in the RVC convert, and then I added MPS for Mac for device configuration, though I can't really verify if that works because I don't have a Mac. So regardless, I'm just going to be testing out my RVC infer here to make sure that it does work as intended. So yeah, let me go ahead and open up a different one. Hey, welcome in Lyrics Worldwide. Thank you for joining in. Appreciate it. Let's see. I have another instance of VS Code and it's off screen. Okay. Hey, what's up, nobody? Wake up. Long time no see. Indeed. I've just been working a lot off stream because, yeah, usually when I get home at night, I'm like, I don't want to stream. I just want to do stuff and watch YouTube or anime. So can't really do that on stream. So been just doing that. But yeah, appreciate you joining in. Shoot, what was I gonna do? Okay, I was going to test some stuff. So let me throw in my test here. Alright, so this was a very simple test. I need to delete my VENV so that I can install it. And then, cool. That is what I wanted to do. What I do need now to do is make sure everything is all in here. I already have this all pushed up, I believe. Git status. Alright, cool. Well then, all right, with that, we can go ahead and now run through installation for the RVC pipeline. So pop back out and open into this window. Make it bigger so you guys can see it. Let me go ahead and create a Python environment. Python VNV scripts activate, and then need to install Torch. So let's go to Torch online and find that. PyTorch. We'll just do this one. Okay. I have it cached, so it's going to install pretty quickly. And then all I need to do is now go on over into GitHub and then clone it as directed. So yeah, there we go. It's going to be using the cached one. So I'm not waiting here forever. But yeah, no, this should work pretty seamlessly. I don't think I'm going to run into too many difficulties with it. So yeah, my hope is that it makes using RVC, converting audio from RVC, or converting audio with RVC easier for projects. What's up, Jawgy boy? Thank you for tuning in. Welcome, stupid. Welcome. Appreciate you guys joining in. What I'm currently working on is an RVC to TTS pipeline. So if you haven't seen the videos where I go over it, it's basically using RVC to turn the voice of a text-to-speech output into something that's more realistic and resembles the voice that you cloned a little bit more. So to do that, you need RVC at the current moment because the TTS isn't up to par in my opinion. So yeah. I know, the future waifu connection dreams, that's an interesting one. I do think it's gonna be an interesting world with all of these AI VTubers, waifus, all that stuff. It's gonna be an interesting dialogue to be had. And it's here now. Alright, we're gonna do pip install. We're gonna pip install my GitHub package. This one should be pretty quick. Doesn't have anything that's too big, so This one will be quick. And then I do need to grab the pip install for the other package that I made. But yeah, currently, the things that I'm working on, I have an audiobook maker that I need to finish up, an audiobook maker to use. Honestly, the audiobook maker is kind of why I dived into all of this voice stuff, because I just wanted, realistic audiobooks, but it kind of, spiraled off into VTubing and whatnot. So that is a very that's a very big spiral, very big hole to fall into. Let me go ahead and install this. Yeah, no, having your own AI harem is going to be very possible. Did it? Oh, wait, did it install it? That was quick. All right, cool. That was really quick. All right, because I don't really have too much. Yeah, AI is moving too fast for even me to keep up. I usually watch a couple of YouTube channels. The big ones I watch, one is called AI Explained, and the other one is called Matt Wolf. I think they all provide some really solid information. So, with that, if we go ahead and now run this, um, it should run and it should do the RVC conversion. If it doesn't, then I am going to be majorly sad, because that'll be some debugging. All right, here we go. Now it's going. Oh man, that's a very roundabout way. It's there's like 5 billion different ways to do the same thing. That's the beauty about code. It's very dynamic, very non-deterministic, but that is what that is what we are here for, finding different solutions for different problems. But actually, no, finding different solutions for the same problem. Yeah, AI Explained is brilliant. I don't know what his background is, but he seems like a very intelligent dude, and obviously he's passed some pretty high tests with some remarks that he said in his videos. All right, CLS that, and then if we run our output here, let's see.
But girl, tonight you look so pretty, as you do. We'll have the life we knew we would.
Alright, that sounds good to me. That is working. Okay, so another thing that I added to RVC Convert is audio path. So I should be able to now grab an audio path and then see where it actually outputs to. What's up, Holy Rap? Sorry, I messed up your name. Welcome, Holy. Yeah, things are updating way too fast. Alright, cool. So that works. Let's see. I have some of these somewhere, but I just need something that quickly plays audio real quick. Alrighty. So let's go ahead and import Wave. Import Pi Audio. Should have those in there. Alrighty. And excuse me. Trying to find, let's see. I actually will use. Do I have simple audio in here? I'm gonna fail on import. Nope. Looks like I got it. Okay, cool. Right, here's some code. Let's go ahead. As SA file path is going to be our audio path. Okay. Hey, welcome in, MIDI. So basically all it does is it takes in an audio file and outputs an audio file. That's its simplest functionality at the core. And so you feed in a text-to-speech audio file and you output out.
Hey there, Delilah, what's it like in New York?
Alright, cool, perfect, it works. So if I had fed in a audio file sample, it should read it out. So that is great, that's perfect. The installation works on my device. If you wanted to be in this, you know, sphere, I guess you would want to do definitely Python, and then C++ is what I see some. Well, if you want to get into, I guess, like speed optimizations like C++ and whatnot, but that's me speaking with not much knowledge on C++. Python definitely though, 100%. Alright, so cool. This works in a test sample. Now, what if I open up... Now, what I want to do is open up Vivi and install it into Vivi to see if it works. But I've got so much going on in Vivi right now that... that could cause some issues. Okay, here we go. Let me go ahead and activate my virtual environment. Welcome Anime Store, welcome Alex. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Just currently working on the RVC-TTS pipeline that I've been posting on my community poll about, my community posts about. And so now that we've got that, we should be able to install it via the same way. So what I'm going to do is let's see, I'm going to delete this RVC folder, which is going to cause some issues and is going to make my code yell at me. Alright, yeah, let's go ahead and make sure. Oh, yeah, let me first make sure I don't have anything in RVC before I delete it. Oh wow, I have a lot of voices in the waits. That's just a simple one. Okay, I can go ahead and delete this RVC. I don't think it's going to be missed. I'll go ahead and delete that. Move to recycling bin. What else do I have? Will the pipeline support not having to load the model? Preferably yes, because loading the model takes too long. It's going to make generation slow. But if you're running it in a loop, it should keep the model loaded. I just have to figure that out because, yeah, I've run into the slowness issue before. Read a selection in browser and overlay an RVC based on default TTS. That is a great idea. One thing to be ran in like the browser, I was like, you could use like a clipboard monitor to where if you you know, highlight something, copy it to clipboard, it reads it out. That is definitely a possibility. So you know, that might be something. I might work on something like that actually. I've had, oops, sorry, hit the mic, random ideas about stuff like that. Full-time programmer? Absolutely not. I do programming in my off time. I'm a systems test engineer. Right, shoot, what was I working on? Okay, if I run if package, I actually need to delete it. I actually need to uninstall. I actually need to uninstall it. I think I have RVC in here somewhere. Thought I had RVC in here. Let me see. Pip uninstall RVC. Oh, RVC is not installed. Did I not install it as a package? Hold on, let me check. Scripts, share. Huh. Okay, I don't know what's happening there. Let me go ahead and run my assistant real quick. See if it runs through, if it errors out. There you go. Cool. Perfect. This is what I needed. RVC infer. I don't even need this RVC infer anymore, I think. So let me go ahead and I'll take that out later. But yeah, I guess I don't even need RVC infer anymore. Let me make sure that I do have it pushed up to the GitHub. Assistance package. Check my tortoise branch, tortoise assistance package. Alright, so I do have the RVC infer up here, so I will just delete it because I don't feel bad about that. Move to cycling bin. Alright, cool, perfect. So now let's go ahead and install the RVC package. This should be pretty simple. Let's do this. I should have a majority of the stuff in here already, so it should just run through it real quick. And then, boom, should be able to run that. Yeah, our MVP seems to be pretty good. I was reading the paper on it, and the results are supposed to be better than Crepe. I didn't get to read it a second time through, so I don't fully understand what's happening, but I do know that it's supposed to be a superior pitch extractor articulator. Okay, cool. So we have that, and then make sure. I do believe all I have to do is adjust what's in Kokoro here. So we're gonna go ahead and delete that, and then actually RVC run. Everywhere that I have RVC run, I need to replace. Towards autoplay. Okay, cool. Alright, so I can go ahead and delete this. Now what I need to do is RVC convert. And then I need to do a from RVC infer import RVC convert. What did I call it? Okay, I do have it called RVC RVC infer attempted relative import with no known pair package. Alright, so I do have to run it from here. So I believe the hierarchy of pitch extractors are MVP and Crepe are like kind of at the top, and then below it is Harvest, and then below that is Dio. That's what I understand. Alright, cool. So RVC infer is being read correctly, just the stupid VS Code thing, which is where it's making it squiggly. Right, RVC convert. And I will actually just exit out of this because I want to be able to see my doc strings on it, because I don't remember him. Okay, let's go ahead and open Vivi. Alright, cool. Now it's reading it. RVC convert. And what, give the audio duration of an audio file. Alright, so what I do need to pass. Trying to remember how I did this. So I call this one from generate voice RVC area, which I call RVC. Create a process for RVC run, RVC queue. Okay. Okay, I remember. I only call the generate audio from generate voice from one queue, so it doesn't really matter what's happening here. So cool. Yes, I do just need to set that up, but output directory. Output directory, output directory. So I am sticking this inside of output, output. Okay, I don't think I need this anymore, so I'm gonna go ahead and delete this, take this out. It's automatically going to, let me think. Okay, yeah, my script is going to output a directory. Don't need to pass an output directory anymore. I don't think so. Oh wait, yeah, I do, because it has to read them. Okay, let me think harder. Can't do that, just on the way that the code works. Let me go ahead and review actually. Okay, output file name, output wave. I see. Output directory path. So I need to specify the entire output. Output dir path. Okay, output dir path. output dir path equals none. Else pass. Alright, I think that's good enough. Alright, some comments. What did I... there's a lot of comments. Sorry, guys. I got stuck in my thoughts for a second. Appreciate you tuning in, Just Rise and Grind. Appreciate it. But, yeah, if you want to be a self-taught programmer in 6 months, use ChatGPT a lot and start programming some projects. I use ChatGPT, like, for every project. It helps out a lot in brainstorming, helps out a lot in thinking, and then helps out a lot in writing code. So I think just going through the process of the design and figuring things out is a very important thing. You know, it's better to start with something than nothing. I think the difficulty with me learning Python in the past was that it was mainly just websites and Stack Overflow for projects that I didn't want to work on. But with the advent of ChatGPT, I can now work on projects that actually interest me, which piques my interest to do more, you know, to do the research for all that. In case to do all the research and get more in depth. Output file path equals. Oops, I did double equals. Output dir path. All right, so why did I do this? For Vivi. And for Vivi. Project, specify entire path plus wave. All right. All right, so that should work. Cool. So, dang, git status, git add, git commit, quick update to output dir path, git push. Okay. And then I believe what I have to do here is .venv scripts activate, and then I need to reinstall RVC pipeline. Okay. Sorry, you guys can't see the other screen. All right, there you go. Yeah, the perseverance is a huge thing in learning code. There's a lot of difficulties through it, and you got to do. There's gonna be a lot of like little things that are frustrating. So my advice is, as well as the others in the chat, seems like, you know, you just keep pushing on. And my biggest one is just work on projects that you think are going to be interesting and achievable. For me, the first one was like create a chatbot with ChatGPT, and then add voice to it, and then all those other things started branching off from that. ChatGPT has helped out a lot. Because, yeah, I was just barely catching up on Python last year, and then ChatGPT came out, and it just really helped out a lot. Okay. So, alrighty. So, audio path is... call API returns path of the audio to be played. Okay, cool. I'm actually going to call this... How many times do I reference audio path? No, I won't. I won't rename that. It's gonna mess things up. But we will do input path equals audio path. And then output directory output dir path is equivalent to output directory. And then one other thing that I need is the model path. So this is all set up in Kokoro. So alright, we'll go ahead and do that. RVC model path equals RVC model path. Alright, and so what I can do is now pass in an RVC model path. RVC model path equals RVC model path. Yeah. Like more than half the time the coding is debugging in my experience with it. But I think, you know, the whole debugging thing is just problem solving and it helps out quite a bit. So we're just gonna go ahead and go with auto PTH, and this should read it from, I believe this is gonna read it from the top level directory. So yeah, Bard is good as well, because Bard is similar to like being two equals below. Sorry, I don't know what you mean by that, fortunately. My GitHub downloads test. Alright, we'll go ahead and copy paste. Do need this here, and then we need a Hubert RMVPE. I have a syntax error. Where's the syntax error? Thank you. Appreciate it. I would have gotten yelled at by my compiler when I tried debugging it. Alright. So I do have everything in here. VENV Hubert, RMVP, auto, cool, assistance, package, Kokoro, model path. Alright, so I should be able to pass in self model path. Where am I? Let's see, model path equals self dot model. There we go, RVC model path. My input, output, directory. Input, output. Okay, let me go ahead and start up a Tortoise TTS instance. Let's go ahead and get this going. Alright, cool. We've got Tortoise TTS going. I'm actually using a different voice in Tortoise TTS right now. Let me go ahead and get that one in here. Model PTH. Is it May? Right, we'll go ahead and do that. Go ahead and set it equal to May. My VS, you'll have to elaborate a little bit more on that. The VS to work with Python, like, what is the, like, VS Code? I think, the acronym is killing me. Mume. Okay. Generate voice. Oh, so I don't even need Oh, I don't, I don't recall installing too many plugins. I believe this is just from the bare bones for the most part, bare bones VS Code. Um, but yeah, I might be able to go check through it. I did have a video on how to install it with Git and Python, so I did have that video for VS Code, and then just getting Python inside of it. What's up, I am Solo Player? Welcome in, welcome in. Oh, if tortoise autoplay equals true. Why the heck did I do this again? I forget. It's been like a month since I've messed around with this one. I'm forgetting why I did that. Hmm. Yeah, it feeds in, feeds in generate voice, goes to generate voice. It's gonna do else if tortoise TTS. It's gonna generate that. It's gonna go down to, yeah, it's gonna go down to RVC if tortoise autoplay equals true. This would have been set up inside of Kokoro. Tortoise autoplay equals false, so the AI streamer doesn't use tortoise autoplay, so it, oh, right, because it needs to return an audio path. Okay, tortoise. So it specifies our output directory. Okay, so audio path feeds in audio path, and the output directory. Where is this one? Okay, this one is created up here. And then I should be able to pass it in. I should be able to pass in another one. I'm going to do model path equals self dot RVC model path. And then okay, I think I'm remembering why I did this. But can I do that? Okay, puts. But actually, no, it shouldn't do that. Let me... here we go. There we go. There we go. That's what I want to do. Okay. Okay. Appreciate it. I am solo. Any tips? What to avoid? What to do? I would say don't work on projects that you don't like or that are boring. I'd say use ChatGPT quite a bit to jump into things and get code working and running. For me, it's very important, at least for personal projects, to just see working prototypes and to see things working relatively quick. Um, and then going through the process and understanding why it's working. And so that has helped me out quite a bit in the journey. But yeah, it's gonna be different for everybody. I don't really know what to avoid because I kind of just do everything and then learn along the way, like coding structures and whatnot. I learned from reading GitHub repositories as well, kind of how things are structured, so it's a very free flow journey, 100%. Do everything and also read the coding and documentation. Coding and documentation is very important. I've also coding and documentation is important, and this change log that I've been doing helps me keep track of things. So what is today's date? 8/18/2023. Some moved manual RVC installation instead, now using the packaged version on my GitHub. Run the installation there. Modify the functions in Coquitl that you then reference it. Okay. Okay, self RVC model path. Should pass that into here. And then now what I can do is model path equals RVC model path. Audio path. Did double. Input path. And then output dir path equals output dir. Okay. How long have I been coding for? I've been coding for about a year now. I started relearning Python back last year in July, like super slow. And I was just going through online documentation and you know the Python website and getting through some tutorials. I don't think it was the official Python website, but there was some type of Python, what was it called? Python guide. I was using docs.python guide.org and W3 schools and Python docs and slowly working through Python and the structures. And then December hit and then ChatGPT came along, and that really boosted my work with more complex projects because I could ask and receive basically. So, long story short, about a year. But, you know, I did coding all throughout school, so I guess you could say, I don't know, I've known the structure of coding for but that, I didn't do anything crazy in college with code. Tortoise TTS and RVC. Like, the main reason I got involved with Tortoise TTS and RVC is because I wanted to create an audiobook reader for an audiobook reader that could make an audiobook for Japanese light novels. It really started from that. If you've seen my YouTube channel before the AI stuff, it was actually just it was actually just following my Japanese learning journey, and so a lot of the projects stemmed from learning Japanese in the beginning. Like I was just like, I want an audiobook that sounds like the voice actors of the anime that I'm watching. And so the only way I could think about that was, okay, I need voice cloning, Tortoise TTS, and RVC. So haven't gotten it to work with Japanese yet, but that's a work in progress. I've kind of diverged away from that now. Automate the boring stuff with Python. I feel like I've heard about that before. I feel like I've heard of that one. Most likely, I've seen somewhere online about that. But yeah, Python can be used to automate literally everything that I can think of, at least. Most things. All right, what was I doing? All right. I think that was the last RVC run that was in here that I need to swap out. So nice. I should be able to now run my AI streamer, but I do need to pass in. No, not my AI streamer, my assistant. Okay, let's try that. Right. Hey there. Right, so my Tortoise TTS will now have to. Where is it at?
Saying, listening.
Oi. Hey, can you tell me what the Laplace transform is? That was super slow.
Oh, so you suddenly want my help, huh? Well, I suppose I can explain it to you. But don't expect me to hold your hand through it. The Laplace transform is a mathematical tool used to solve differential equations. It transforms a function of time into a function of a complex variable s, which makes it easier to analyze and solve equations in the frequency domain. It's commonly used in physics and engineering to study systems with complex dynamics. Is there enough for you, or do you need me to dumb it down even more? Even more?
No, it's okay. But you know, never mind. I forget. All right, we're gonna stop it there. All right, cool. So perfect. It works. It works as intended for Kokoro. My assistant AI streamer. Cool, 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 cool. And the thing is that it is just plug and play. Well, not plug and play, but now I just had to go and edit all of the assistant scripts to now take in an RVC model path. So that is super easy because they all call the same thing. RVC model path equals RVC model path. Okay, AI streamer. Instantiate RVC model path, RVC model path. Oops. RVC model path. Alrighty. Assistant, chat. Let me do an RVC model path. Oops, I have, RVC model path equals RVC model path. And then interview. Interview is getting kind of old. I don't really use it anymore. It's kind of, I might retire interview. But, you know, it's kind of just, I might leave it for something later. Alright, cool. So I think that is, one more streamer. RVC model path, and then RVC model path. Oops. Alright, so yeah, I didn't really test that one out, but let's go ahead and now update my change log. I removed manual RVC installation, instead now using the package version of my GitHub, run through the installation there, modified the functions in Cocodole that use it, modified the generate voice function in Cocodole to now use RVC convert. Thing is handled there in the package. Functions, note to self, functions pretty much the same, but still need to check for bugs. Modified added a RVC model path parameter that is now necessary to pass. That is now necessary in order to run an RVC voice. This needs to get placed in the topmost level directory at the current moment. Okay. rmvpe.pt and Hubert. Is it Hubert base? Hubert base.pt need to need to be placed in the topmost level directory for RVC to work. Yeah. Alright, comments. Yeah, I think, you know, it's at the end of the day, it's like a big hobby of, like, these projects for me are just a huge hobby of things that I enjoy and do. So I think that's where it should stem from. It shouldn't be work, or else it gets tiring real quickly, which is why I haven't been like the most consistent on updating some of my projects that I've done on my YouTube, because I kind of jump from interest to interest and then come back to some things. But definitely, I really want to get this one working and running. So so let's see. What else did I do? ARM VPE, PT, and prebuild base need to be placed top level directly for RVC to work. On a parameter path, but it's not necessary. The path is specified in. Alright, what I'm gonna do is create a folder called model RVC model, and then inside of this RVC model I'm going to place a new text file that is, and then ignore everything, but don't ignore git ignore. And then we'll go ahead and place this inside of RVC model as the git ignore. Okay. Oops. Right, exclamation. Rename. Git ignore. Go away.txt. Git ignore. Okay. Okay. So now I can place my RVC models into here. Actually, I'll place the Hubert. No, I can't do that because inside of my package. I'll work on that later. I guess I'll work on that one later. Getting the Hubert base and RMVP out of the main directory. The tutorial for Waifu GPT, hey, that one I haven't worked on in a while. If I get around to it, I'll post it, but no promises. That one was using VITS for the text-to-speech, and was from some guy named Shang Zheng, or at least a lot of the code of that was from Shang Zheng. And yeah, if I get around to it, I'll get around to it. Let's see. Get ignored, and then what did I call it? RVC. Okay, cool. Assistant. Alright, update the change log. This needs to be placed inside of the RVC model folder, which is located at the topmost level directory at the current moment. Alright, let me see what my git status is. Git ignore, git change log, assistant. Chat, interview, AI streamer, couple RVC, infer. Deleted those three. Tort YAML, Tort, YouTube API, AI streamer, and others. Ooh. Need to update my git ignore for ignore files. Hubert base.pt. Go away. rmvpe.pt. Okay. Let's go ahead and save this. Let's go ahead and rerun that git status RV. Alright, git add all. Let's see what our git status is. Git ignore. Alright, this looks good actually. Git commit changes to how RVC is used and installed. Check change log. Alright, git push. Git branch, git push. Alright. Let me check what we're looking like online here. Alright. Push. Change log, git ignore, RVC models, assistance. Alrighty, cool. Everything's uploaded to GitHub, Vivi, Tortoise branch successfully. So, heck yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Programming a text to speech to work with Tortoise. I mean, to work with ChatGPT. I think that's like the first thing I wanted to jump into was text to speech because, you know, like I said, my whole audiobook thing. Windows 10 don't have the option. You sir, what you can do is, if you're in Windows 10, you hold Shift and then you right-click in the file browser. Shift right-click, you should be able to open up a terminal window from there on Windows 10. Prime, I have no clue, unfortunately. CUDA error illegal memory access could mean there's some type of issue trying to access your GPU, perhaps. But what depends on what your GPU is. If it's anything like, if it's a 10 series card or above, 10, 20, 30, 40 should be fine. Other than that, I don't know of any cards below it. You might want to post on W. Okada's issues page if it persists. But yeah, I get a lot of questions that I don't actually know too much about for the voice changer because I don't do any of the coding for it and haven't looked into it. Alright, cool. Alright, now let me just go ahead and test these, make sure they work. Right. Hey there. Kokoro object has no attribute engine. So this has an issue establishing the regular right. What happened here? That's a new one. Interesting. It just what happened? Oh shoot! Don't want to run that. Assistant def. Oops. LF. If TTS equals tortoise or RVC, what? Why? it equals default. Okay. Elif. That is not correct. Hold on. What? Self.TTS TTS is equal to default. Self.TTS. Maybe. I don't know. Let me try this. Yeah, it might be the GPU in that case. I'm not too sure about the 1650. People have said that they've been able to run on it, but yeah, I'm not sure what's causing that issue, unfortunately. What's up, Pyrebird? Welcome in. Okay. Was that doing an OR operation between them? I actually don't know. Test equals string or string print type of test dot py. I'm just testing some logic in my head. Alright, well then what does test equal? Print test type of test. Interesting. I'm actually not too sure why this is occurring. It's type. I think I do have an idea. Or might equal true, which is why it's passing it through, and then determines what test is. But why is this entering the if loop? Okay, so what's happening here, I guess, is that it's saying that it's true because it's just a string. Okay, I understand that now. Cool. Brain works. What's up, Snow Cold? Welcome in. Let me go ahead and disable all breakpoints, and let's go ahead and run assistant. See how this works. Hey there.
I'm listening.
Alright, cool. Oh, I'm actually not sure what happened here. is supposed to be one level up. Hey there.
I'm listening.
Kokoro has no attribute done event. I think this is an artifact of this is an artifact of RVC and Tortoise TTS. Done event. Yeah, I don't think it loops back, so might not be necessary. Alright, let's try that again. Hey there.
I'm listening.
What's the Laplace transform?
Oh, Laplace transform. It's a mathematical tool used to simplify the analysis of linear differential equations. By transforming a time domain function into a complex frequency domain function, it allows us to solve differential equations more easily. The Laplace...
Alrighty, cool. Default works. Let's go ahead and do RVC. See if RVC works. Do you think about creating an interface for this AI, IA? Eventually, in the future, but interface. I was thinking about it before. I was thinking about it like last week. I might do like some like Gradio maybe, but we'll see. We'll see. Hey there. Alright, let's see how the Tortoise TTS handles it. RMVPE.
I'm listening. Listening.
Can you tell me what the Laplace transform is? There is still a little bit of artifacting from Tortoise TTS, unfortunately.
The Laplace transform is a mathematical tool used to simplify the analysis of linear time-invariant systems. It converts a function of time into a function of complex frequency. This transformation allows us to solve differential equations more easily by operating in the frequency domain instead of the time domain Is there any specific
The repeating
you
is
know about the Laplace transform?
Tortoise's
Need
issue.
help?
Uh-oh. I guess not, but can you tell me anything interesting about the Laplace transform that might be useful for coding? How am I getting this to work? Well, what I'm doing is generating audio through Tortoise TTS, speech audio, and then running it through RVC. Yeah.
Certainly, the Laplace transform can indeed be quite useful in coding and signal processing. One interesting aspect is that it can be used to solve differential equations, which are often encountered in various fields of engineering and physics. By applying the Laplace transform to a differential equation, it becomes an algebraic equation, making it easier to solve. Additionally, the Laplace transform has applications in control systems filtering and digital signal processing. It allows us to analyze and design systems in the frequency domain, which can be advantageous when working with signals and systems encoding. If you have any specific coding related questions or would like further information, feel free to let me know. I'm here to assist you.
Okay, not bad, not bad. But yeah, there are some generational issues in Tortoise TTS that could be enhanced to flesh that out a little bit. But yeah, no, Tortoise is a little bit. I wouldn't call it beginner, or I wouldn't call it super friendly in terms of diving into the deep knowledge of it. Well, yeah. Well, if you have zero coding knowledge, yeah, beginner is definitely not beginner friendly. It cause a lot of issues. What I'm using is the MRQ fork of it. He has his own fork of it on his Git Ecker website, and that one seems to be the best that I've seen. But some people have said use fast TTF, fast Tortoise. Might have to try that out. Okay, but that is all I was going to be able to get today. I do have to get ready for work, so that is going to be all for this stream. Kind of an impromptu one. Didn't really plan it out. Just kind of wanted to, show my face here. I'm still alive, not just posting random community posts. But, yeah. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Thank you guys so much for interacting with me. I always appreciate it. And I'll see you guys in a future video or stream. See you later, guys.